Alright, it's going to be a quick how-to video of how to install this mainline backflow valve. Over the years we've had backflow, water coming back from the sanitary sewers and from our city in heavy rains. So we have decided it's time to do this to prevent that. So I have rented a jackhammer, and I'm going to jackhammer the floor up. I'll show you where in a second. And hopefully our pipe is deep enough to where we can use this, because it looks like a pretty good thing. It should do the job. Alright, so here we are in the basement. And you can see what I did here. I put these tarps up just in case we get a lot of dust from the jackhammer. And I even put some cardboard up in here. It shouldn't get too much, but the stuff may go everywhere. Concrete dust has a tendency to do it, just like gravel dust. Anyway, so here's our valve. Our backflow valve. And what happens is, we're going to cut. This is an old access house. It was built in '66. Never been able to open that. This is the first point in the line coming back from this way. So we're going to jackhammer this up. Hopefully the pipe's deep enough for this whole backflow valve to fit. So after I fill it with concrete around it, this is the access cover that I'll probably have to cut, and it'll slide right on top of this whole thing. And that cover will be flush with the finished concrete that I'll have to form up around it, probably a few inches on each side, depending if we can make it work here. So that's what we're going to try to do. Got my jackhammer, got my earplugs, dust mask. Gonna start making some noise, jackhammer all this out, and see where we're at. So one more thing. I laid out on the floor about the dimensions I think I'm going to have to do. About that much of an area, about a 15 by 30 section. Hopefully not more than that, depending if that pipe does run straight out or not. I'll start jackhammering around this axis and go out from there. So we'll see. Okay, quite a while later, we ran into some issues. Good news is we found this is our main line. This was the T, if you remember. And you can see water going by down there. Maybe not. There you go, see? I was curious because this does not run straight in and out like I thought it would. As you can see here below, this is the cap I cut off with the Sawzall. You can see the water going down. I have the bathtub upstairs running. The line comes out this way. Unusual. Cast iron. Talked to a plumber up at Home Depot who I've known for years, and he did houses for 30 years, 40, whatever. He said this is a test tee they would put in these houses, the first point, and they would put the ball down in there, and they would pressurize and make sure there's no leaks. But then you could use it for cleanup if you want. So, important thing is this is the first point. This is where this valve is going to go. All I have to do now is finish jackhammering all this here. Unfortunately, I'm over my 4-hour limit, so now I'll have to pay the full $70 or whatever, but whatever. At least I don't have to jackhammer somewhere else. Which is quite unusual. This pipe kind of does a roundabout way to get back to the other part of the house. But it looks like that is our main line, so that's a good thing. A little bit more work than I expected, but I also expected it to be a pain in the ass, so here we go. Alright, I'm going to finish jackhammering out, and then I'll show you what's up with that. So now, as you can see, we've been busy. We excavated a lot out of this hole, and this is what's called, like I mentioned before, the inspection tee, and it's the main line coming in. Let me get down in here. So, the main line coming in here, and it sweeps up to this tee, so you can actually, they stick the bowl down and inflate it and test the line this way. So anyway, the water's flowing this way. What we're going to do is we're going to cut this out, here and back here, and then we're going to set that bad boy right in its place. And what we got here is, I didn't glue them on yet, but these are PVC 4-inch, and that is 4-inch galvanized on each side. House, like I said before, built in '66. There's a lot of junk around it, but it's there. We're just going to have to cut it out and clean it around it. And these will be slip couplings here, these rubber with stainless steel bands. Get them at Home Depot or Lowe's, I guess. And this is slid, as you can see. That's the end of the pipe right there. And it's going to slide back onto here. We're going to cut the galvanized even with this. And it's going to slip over, and that's that. So, as soon as our washer's done, we're going to cut into this and make it work. Okay, you can see my wife, my assistant, is prepping our backflow valve. What we're going to do is we're going to glue these pieces in. Make sure to always use the primer. It's nasty. Also, don't ever have any cuts. It burns like hell. It stains everything. So best to do it over cardboard or something. And PVC solvent, which is over there. And we're going to glue this bad boy, and you always want to use a primer first and swab it really good and on the inside of here. Yeah.
Should you use alcohol to clean it?
No. Primer does everything. It will get any impurities off of there. We'll do both this and that piece, and then we'll glue each piece, stick it in. We're going to do a quarter turn and hold it. You always want to hold it about 30 seconds because the glue itself has a hydraulic action that'll try to push it back out. I know this from experience. So you hold it in, because if not, then your measurements are all going to be off because it's going to push it out, and once that sets up, you're screwed. So that's what we're about to do, and we'll show you when we're done.
A factory edge inside there?
Yes, we're going to use the factory edge here. So anyway, here's what we do. Take the primer. Make sure you have gloves on because it stains everything. And you just liberally apply it inside here. All the way around. Now this stuff isn't glue, so
I'm sorry, I was watching.
it can be on there for a while, so it doesn't matter. You can actually pre-do all this before you do any gluing. So you want to get on there real
That makes
good.
it tacky?
This gets all the impurities off. If there's anything that will make the glue not adhere to the PVC, it gets rid of all that junk. So do that, then take your PVC. Yeah, and it's really a lot of fumes, so you don't want to do this in an enclosed space, or don't do this anywhere as a flame. So then you take your glue liberally. That means a lot. Inside, and secondly on the outside of the piece you're going to put in here. 4-inch. It's going to drip, it's going to get on everything, so make sure you have cardboard or something and wear gloves. Like
that's a lot.
Alright, so watch here what we do. Put it in here, and I'm going to turn it about a quarter turn, and I'm going to hold it for about 30 seconds. Because if not, it would push back out. So
I see the inside.
now you see the little runs.
That's not good,
well,
is it?
we'll clean that up. We'll get a rag.
Is he gonna like make a hole into the bottom?
No, it won't burn. It welds pieces together, but it won't burn in the PVC.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, that's how you do that. I'll do the other side, and then we'll be ready to put this on. You can.
Very good.
Yep.
Stop. How do I do that? Is it recording? Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, another thing you want to remember, well, first of all, this stuff is cheap. I mean, a couple bucks for each can will do more than do what you need here. So don't be afraid. Don't say screw it because you want to be cheap, because it's important. Again, this is a factory edge. I bought a 2-foot piece of this at Home Depot and was able to cut 6 inches off each end. And yeah, it's pretty strong stuff. Very toxic, not good to keep breathing. So again, when you do the glue, you want to glue the inside of your coupling first, which is the female end here, because if you run into problems, you don't want this this end here to be getting glue on everything. So again, liberally, quite a bit, all the way on the inside. Same thing
Why do you have to put glue on both edges?
Because it's just, you want plenty of glue. You want it to, it's just how it's made. It's how it works. All the way around. And again, push it in, quarter turn, and hold. And then when it's, after our 30 seconds, you can go a minute if you want. You can let go. We'll clean it from the inside, and we'll also wipe the outside down because we want to be able to slide our rubber couplings all the way on. And that's how you do that. And it won't take long. You can wait 15 minutes if you want, and it's pretty well set up.
Not sure if you want to go a little more.
That's it.
So did you take that O-ring off of this?
No, it's fine. Okay, that's good.